Imagine a world not too long ago where the thought of harnessing the destructive power of the atom was pure science fiction. Welcome to the dawn of the nuclear age. Our story begins in the early 20th century, an era of unprecedented scientific discovery. Among the most groundbreaking of these was the concept of nuclear fission, the splitting of an atomic nucleus. This idea, once the domain of speculative thought, became a reality in the 1930s, and the world would never be the same again. This was a time of global turmoil, with World War II casting a long, dark shadow over the world. In this climate of fear and uncertainty, the race for atomic power was on. Enter Albert Einstein, perhaps the most renowned scientist of his time, and Robert Oppenheimer, a physicist whose name would forever be associated with the nuclear age. Einstein, a pacifist at heart, was reluctantly drawn into the atomic race. His letter to President Roosevelt in 1939 warned of the potential for a German atomic bomb and urged the United States to develop its own. This eventually led to the creation of the Manhattan Project, the top-secret U.S. initiative to construct the first nuclear bomb. Oppenheimer, meanwhile, was appointed as the scientific director of the Manhattan Project. He was tasked with leading a team of the brightest minds in physics, working under immense pressure and in utmost secrecy, their collective aim to unlock the devastating potential of the atom before their adversaries could. Their efforts culminated in the creation of the Gadget, the world's first nuclear bomb, tested at the Trinity site in New Mexico in July of 1945. The success of the test was a chilling testament to human ingenuity and a stark reminder of the destructive power we now wielded. And thus, with a blinding flash in the New Mexico desert, the world was irrevocably pushed into the nuclear age. The birth of the nuclear bomb marked only the beginning of a series of significant milestones in nuclear development. As we journey through the timeline of nuclear science, we find our first stop at the Trinity test. Conducted in July 1945, this marked the world's introduction to nuclear power as a weapon. This test's success set the stage for what was to come. Shortly after, in August of the same year, the world witnessed the bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. These events changed the face of warfare forever. The scale of destruction and the long-lasting effects of radiation exposure painted a grim picture of the potential for nuclear devastation. The end of World War II didn't signify the end of nuclear development. Instead, it spurred on a new era, the Cold War. This period saw the United States and the Soviet Union locked in an arms race, each striving to outdo the other in nuclear prowess. The world watched as the number of nuclear warheads grew from a handful to thousands, a testament to the rapid advancements in nuclear technology. And then came the hydrogen bomb, an even more potent weapon. The development of this thermonuclear weapon in the early 1950s marked another significant milestone. It demonstrated how far humanity was willing to go in the pursuit of power. This bomb, powered by nuclear fusion, was 1,000 times more powerful than the atomic bombs dropped on Japan. As we've seen, the milestones in nuclear development are not just about scientific breakthroughs. They're about the choices humanity makes and the path we've chosen. This journey through the nuclear age has seen incredible technological advancements, yet it has also shown us the potential for unimaginable destruction. As the decades passed, the world found itself in a precarious balance of power, with the threat of nuclear annihilation looming over it. The milestones we've discussed today serve as stark reminders of this path, urging us to consider the consequences of our choices and the importance of striving for peace. The nuclear bomb didn't just change the face of warfare, it redefined global politics, diplomacy, and our understanding of the power we wield. The advent of the nuclear bomb sent shockwaves through the annals of human history. What was once a battle of numbers and strategies turned into a high-stakes gamble where the pot was the survival of entire nations. The nuclear bomb introduced the world to a new term, mutually assured destruction, or MAD. A chilling concept that if two opposing forces were to engage in full-scale nuclear war, it would result in the complete annihilation of both. The Cold War era was a stark manifestation of this grim reality. The United States and the Soviet Union, two superpowers with vast nuclear arsenals, found themselves in a tense standoff, neither willing to make the first move. The balance of power was precariously maintained, not by the strength of armies or the cunning of generals, but by the harrowing understanding that any misstep could trigger an apocalypse. One of the defining moments of this era was the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. For 13 nerve-wracking days, the world held its breath as the United States and the Soviet Union teetered on the brink of nuclear war. The crisis was eventually resolved through intense negotiations, but it served as a grim reminder of the destructive power humanity had unleashed and how close we could come to our own annihilation. However, it's crucial to remember that the impact of the nuclear bomb extends beyond the battlefield. It has shaped and continues to shape global politics and diplomacy. The presence of nuclear weapons has led to a significant shift in how nations negotiate, strategize, and interact on the international stage. The threat of nuclear warfare has forced nations to tread carefully, to negotiate more, to seek diplomatic resolutions over armed conflicts. The nuclear bomb transformed warfare from a game of numbers and strategy into a high-stakes gamble with the lives of millions on the line. And it is this very transformation that underscores the importance of understanding the power we wield and the dire need for promoting peace and diplomacy. Opening. The power of the nuclear bomb is immense, but so too are its consequences. The nuclear bomb, in its terrifying splendor, has left a chilling legacy. A legacy that is etched in the annals of history, and also in the lives of millions who bore its brunt. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki stand as stark reminders of the devastating effects of nuclear weapons. In the blink of an eye, these cities were reduced to rubble, and approximately 200,000 lives were extinguished. But the nuclear bomb's wrath doesn't end there. Its after-effects, the lingering radiation, continued to claim lives for years after the bombings. People who survived the initial blast later succumbed to radiation sickness, cancers, and other ailments, painting a grim picture of the bomb's long-term effects on human health. And then there's the environment. The nuclear bomb doesn't discriminate between man and nature. The intense heat, the blast, and the radiation severely impact the ecosystem. Forests incinerate, rivers dry up, and the land becomes barren. The very fabric of life is torn asunder. But what if multiple nuclear bombs were to detonate? Scientists warn of a possible nuclear winter. The soot from the fires, propelled into the stratosphere, could block sunlight for years. Temperatures would plummet, crops would fail, and a mass extinction event could follow. Nuclear weapons, thus, are not just weapons of mass destruction, but potentially weapons of mass extinction. They threaten all life on Earth, transcending borders and generations. Their impact is not confined to the battlefield. It reverberates through time and space. The nuclear bomb serves as a stark reminder of the power humanity holds, a power that can illuminate cities or incinerate them, a power that can harness the secrets of the atom or unleash them in an inferno of destruction. And with this power comes an immense responsibility, a responsibility to wield it wisely, to ensure that we learn from our past and strive towards a future where peace and diplomacy reign supreme. Closing. The nuclear bomb is a reminder of the destructive power humanity holds and the responsibility that comes with it. As we stand on the brink of a new era, the question remains, what is the future of nuclear weapons? In the face of growing global challenges, the role of nuclear power is increasingly coming under scrutiny. The nuclear bomb, once a symbol of ultimate power, now stands as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of warfare on humanity and the planet. The focus today is shifting towards nuclear non-proliferation efforts. These are international initiatives aimed at preventing the spread of nuclear weapons and technologies, with a view to promoting peace and stability. Countries around the world are engaging in disarmament treaties, pledging to reduce their nuclear arsenals and work towards a world free of nuclear weapons. However, this journey is not without its challenges. While these treaties signify progress, their effectiveness is often questioned. Compliance and verification issues, political tensions, and the clandestine development of nuclear weapons remain significant hurdles. Alongside these efforts, the role of nuclear power in a world increasingly conscious of the need for sustainable energy sources is also being re-evaluated. Nuclear energy, with its ability to generate large amounts of power without producing greenhouse gases, could play a crucial role in addressing climate change. However, the risks associated with nuclear power, including the potential for accidents and the challenge of waste disposal, cannot be ignored. The future of nuclear weapons, therefore, is a complex issue. It intertwines intricate geopolitical dynamics, scientific advancements, ethical considerations, and the pressing need for a sustainable future. It's not just about the weapons themselves, but about the broader implications of nuclear technology and the choices we make as a global society. Understanding the history and impact of the nuclear bomb is crucial in shaping a future where such weapons are a relic of the past, not a threat to our tomorrow. It is a future that demands our collective commitment to peace, diplomacy, and the responsible use of technology.